Welcome back, everyone, to Valorant Champions, where Team Secret had a terrific start on Haven. They took down Vikings on map 1. You know, we speak about teams that have great starts, the Night 3 they aren't able to close things out in the second half, but their second half just looked just as dominant as their first half.
I am so glad that before we got into that map, I put a little caveat, like a little asterisk at the end of my prediction. I was like, unless it's a very one-sided map, then yeah, and I'm like, woo, lucky I put that in there because I was not prepared for the power. And shout out to the Filipino fans right now. Padawat, so sorry. I can't believe that I predicted against you because I regret it.
I mean, it's a really strong start. Obviously, both of these teams, they can come back into this. Obviously, Vikings, with their Icebox performance versus Gambit, pushing them, nearly being able to take that. I don't think they're necessarily out of it yet, but if Secret does start off that second map similarly to what we saw on Haven, then maybe it will just be done and dusted, because, I mean, good God, this has to be one of the highest, if not the highest ACS that we've had so far in a single map in the tournament. 432 for Dubstep is just nasty.
He's nearly got 1 kill per year he's lived on this planet. Yeah. Can you believe it? I love that.
That's not usually how I read my stats, Yinsu, but I mean...
No, but I mean, I'm seeing a lot of like tweets saying like, oh, you know, age is just a number. They're still in it. They can still do this. I completely agree. You know, they are one of the older teams in this tournament, but Jess, they're definitely by no means weak in any metric.
I mean, they say that our reflexes as we get older diminish. That's why I stopped playing myself. And now I look at these players and I don't think I have any excuse anymore not to be a player. Incredible stuff. I think Dubstep just was unleashed. And it's not a map we usually see him step up on necessarily. He usually has a quiet time on Haven, but man, we're the... I'm out of the puns here, but I'm going to just say something about Bangarang and Skrillex, and he's all up inside that.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like we were back in 2012 because Dubstep was just everywhere.
Oh,
he was
come on.
all over the place in this map. I
had
that one banked a little bit, but I apologize.
No, but don't apologize. Own it.
He just ran the lobby.
He really did.
Nobody that was really able to
dancing to his beat?
Yes.
We got there.
Oh boy, I don't know. This was such a one-sided affair. It's wild to see, and I mean, Vikings, they need to come back into this level-headed. They need to focus up because if no one's going to put a stop to Dubstep, he's just going to continue to just
rampage.
run them over.
But it wasn't just Dubstep, right?
No.
Potter mentioned the double Ds. You know, we've got the D&D on Fnatic with Doma and Durka. Now we got the double Ds here with Dubstep and Dispenser. And here's a little head-to-head with, in comparison to Vikings, Sadark as well. And just take a look at their stats and see how they did on this map, Jess. What do you make of this?
The reason I wanted to highlight these two players was it just looked like if Vikings was going to have a chance, Sadark had to be the guy to make those moves. And behind Sassy the other day against Gambit, he was the player to step right up behind Sassy and make those plays. So it's clear that under any kind of pressure, he's performing. Unfortunately, on the other side, Dispenser was also very, very strong. I mean, to the point of like, you can compare them on the KD and whatnot, but it came down to a lot of utility and a lot of cohesion there. And that's what these two players were putting up, and it's not enough for the man on the left-hand side of the screen. Or rather, the right. I know my lefts and rights, trust me. I'm looking at my fingers going left, right?
Which one is it? But yeah, I don't know. They need to do something here. But Dispenser, I mean, he showed us from that last year's that they played versus Crazy Raccoon that he himself is a very dangerous individual in the lobby. So when you've got him firing on all cylinders, when you've got Dubstep who's popping off and Jesse Vash is just there to kind of just IGL and be the glue to hold the team together, it's a really scary affair to have to be going up against Team Secret.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. Now, we have the Aim Lab shoot around after some of the series, and it's time to go to that and have a look at Dubstep. Oh,
I'm sorry,
a man after my own heart.
Oh,
okay,
boy.
as an Odin abuser
you are
myself,
you really are.
I think both of you have suffered in the hands of my
Stop
Odin.
trying to wallbang
me,
me, bro. I'm just trying to get through B main.
I love this. Oh no, he heard us. He heard us.
He
but
did.
yeah, Dubstep coming up huge in this series. But also, if we're going to talk about map 2 on Icebox, they're going to be running the double duelists on both sides, on both teams. We're going to be having 2 Jets and 2 Reinas Achilles in the server for the next one.
Yeah, that's a very exciting prospect. Hopefully they do decide to go with that, stick to the similar comps that we've been seeing them run. We haven't, there are a lot of teams who do stray away from using the double duelist on Icebox still, but
yeah.
I'm really hoping that this is not the case for this series because it's already been pretty fiery. We've already seen, Secret just come out swinging. So having an excellent backup there for Dubstep with another duelist is just very exciting to me.
I mean, with the accuracy from Dubstep, oh my god, he was just hitting amazing shots. And I think going from Haven, where, okay, close quarters and maybe headshots and close range engagements are a little easier, I still expect him with the Marshall in his hand right now and the Aim Lab shoot around to be hitting some good shots long range. That's what I'm going to be looking for him for. Can he make the space before they even get into a position to be able to do something on the map? That's what Dubstep's job is.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they shut him down somehow, Wits as well, who has been a tremendous player in this tournament, playing a load of different agents, he should be turning up big here as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a terrifying team right now. Like I said, when they're firing on all cylinders, what do you do? How do you stop them? Because it's a bit of like a Hydra situation. You cut off the one head, and then suddenly two more just right out of it. Because every single person on this team is incredibly good, and they just haven't been able to stop even a single one of them yet.
I'm honestly, I could write down anything on paper, Yinsu, right now, and nothing would really give us an indication. We were already unawares as to what we were going into map 1. We had no idea. We thought it was an even playing field.
Yeah.
Oh, how wrong we were. And I think I'm going to sit here and just let the music play. If it's dubstep, it's dubstep. If it's not, I'll be happy with it.
I'm happy to be wrong.
Yeah. I will say, though, we mentioned how this could look good for Vikings because they were so close to Gambit. They really challenged them. But Team Secret, they beat Gambit. They went one step further, and they didn't just beat them in overtime. They won quite dominantly as well.
The only disclaimer I put on that, and the reason I sort of maybe diminished that a little bit on the pre-desk when you said it, Yinsu, was it was the very first map of the very first game, and that was the only reason I sort of put it to the side. I always give everyone, that head start or the false start even. I go, all right, you're allowed one false start, and after that, you're not allowed it again.
Well, we're heading into the Prime Gaming Agent Select now. Pretty much expecting a mirror matchup and seeing Sarsi back on his iconic Sova, which could be more comfortable for him here as well, Kilios.
That's true. I mean, comfort is always really, really important. Did look a little out of sorts. Maybe now that he's going to be going back over to the Sova, we'll see those clutch plays that Sarsi was showing us versus Gambit. But I don't know if that change alone is going to be enough to really get them back in here. Again, I think if Team Secret kicks off this map, the nice win on the pistol round, this could spiral out of control rather quickly because you also now have to worry about Wits coming through with the Reyna. This guy was absolutely pounding Crazy Raccoon on Raze, just a couple days ago. Reyna is very feast or famine. I think he's hungry.
You were talking about the Dubstep and Dispenser duo. Guess what? We've got a brand new duo stepping onto the playing field, and it's going to be Dubstep and Wits. And if Wits keeps his wits about him, I tell you what, Dubstep will have a great old time. And if I can snag one more pun, one more reference in there, I will, Yinsu.
I mean, FRZ has also moved up to the Reyna, so feel free if you want to... If you want to pun that one.
That's all right. Achilles, I'm waiting for you to step up to the battlefield, my friend. You are -8 on the pun count thus far.
We'll give you this map to think about it. This is going to be a very important map. All of Brazil's hope is riding on this. Potter and Rib, they have to win to stay in this tournament.
Oh, that's what makes it so tense. Tournament lives on the line as we go into map 2 here between Team Secret and Vikings and Potter. Secret came out with sending a message on Haven.
They certainly did. They certainly did. And the fact that Vikings, their last memories on this map, it's not the greatest memories, but you know what? If I'm Vikings, I just kind of erase the second half and I focus heavily on the first. That 9-3 first half was beautiful.
Only repeat part of the story.
Yes.
They started on attack in that game, and they had a beautiful first half. I think it was of 9-3.
Yes.
Just don't repeat the second half, so you're good. Here we are. They are going to be starting towards A. Quick darts towards the, close area. I thought that was going all the way to site, but they make sure nobody is pushed up on them. Great utility use to start for Vikings.
Yeah, Dubstep kind of looked like he wanted to get spicy, but he does, in fact, fall back. And FRZ, he's so aggressive.
Oh, instantly sorting themselves on the site. High elevation, low elevation for Vikings. They should have all the views they need to make the shots, indeed. And now it is going to be just a wall going down, so you can't get this cheeky plan up top, and they have another way to get back in. Sadak looks to protect that wall as it's now the retake. Dubstep on 1, on 2, almost a third flick over towards 410, but it's going to be the rest of the team coming up big. Oh, the distraction from a bit of that Reyna, and it's not going to stop Dispenser or Jesse Vash.
Sudicas, though, the entire time he's been on the flank, Sage Wall goes down, but take a look at enemy remaining.
Bye-bye.
He does get him. It's a 1v1, Jesse Vash. Oh, Sudicas, he's so slippery, Riv.
The noise he made was metal. The wall didn't make noise, so they think he jumped back. Oh, the mind games from Tutekas, beautifully played, and he brings Vikings a very much needed pistol round in the second map.
Just barely slipping past there, and all things considered, Team Secret, they had a phenomenal hold. Dubstep finding 2.
Holy moly.
Oh man, this round was just so back and forth. I love the planned up and nest once again at A. I think it just bolsters this post. But Dispenser, if only Dispenser got 2 there. So much damage as well. My goodness, what a pistol.
The patience of that round. So well played for Vikings. Already seeing a bit of a more confident look. I know it's one round, but all of these of Haven, all the rounds I should say, just seemed like they were so sorted and couldn't get on the same page with each other. Again, towards A, they once again put themselves high and low to make sure the shots count immediately. And FRZ is going to take that into his own hands. Here's this Reyna we're looking at for him now, and the third for this miss out.
Beautiful
Almost.
Reactions. Yeah, he gets out of there. Dubstep, he's got the sheriff, so you know he wants to farm at least a couple for himself.
Last player
Well,
standing.
but unfortunately, Saucy, he's got different plans for him.
This will be interesting. See, the desk mentioned the Gambit game. Both of these squads having a decent game on Gambit for Icebox, and it was Team Secret starting on defense where they gained most of their rounds. So this spells good things for Vikings. As if they can keep this bonus round going in their favor, Team Secret's really going to be at a loss.
Yeah, and Dubstep, he's not going to have enough money yet to bust out the operator. I know how important that's going to be a little bit later on in the half, but again, this is the bonus. It's going to be so crucial to see how both these teams respond coming to this bonus round to kind of set the tone, set the pace for the rest of this map.
Absolutely, and this is maybe one of the ones Secret starts to push up. They like to slow long and then have somebody quick rotate into mid. And it doesn't look like anything of B is what Vikings wants. They still stay towards that ace, towards mid, and Wits starts it off big.
So bold. Just move past that Viper. And Dubstep, he finds one, but he's just immediately traded out.
The lurk again. Sutekas has so much potential on this round, and he gets taken down by Dispenser at the last moment.
Dispenser was so ready for that late lurk coming around this time. Wits, he's got a pretty good off angle. He's going to wait for his teammates to kind of catch up with him to get this retake going. FRZ, he wants a duel.
Crushing into sight. Saucy in a nice off angle just on the plant spot. They are kind of cordoned off in this back area, Potter. It could be tough for them to hold.
Yeah, but oh my god! They're doing it! All down to Borkum. 1 versus 2. He's healthy, but he's surrounded.
Oh my word. The flick? No, he just is able to get it towards the top side. Touch the spike again, make him peek. Does he hold it? Does he hold it? The pressure shot has to come in now. FRZ worrying about it. Oh, he steps off at the last moment. The mind games being played between both teams to clutch out these rounds and right now are amazing.
Wow, Borkum, I cannot.
There it is.
Oh, this is.
Let's go.
It's happening.
The clutch, the defuse, and he looks to the sky. Amazing. We get to see the finisher here at Champions.
Let's just admire it. Let's just admire it. We've been waiting for the moment, and it's finally come, Riv. And at a perfect time too. I feel so sorry for FRZ because throughout this entire round, the man was just everywhere, right? Dismissing away at the perfect time. And that was the bonus, right? So a good look for Vikings, almost
converting. It was such a good dance from them.
Yeah, but I think it all comes down to what you said earlier, Riv. Dispenser, he was so patient on that rat lurch. He's able to convert that one. And once again, rinse and repeat. Vikings, they're not slowing down, Riv. They're in the A site already.
Replicating the same strat once again. Power in numbers. Viking goes forward with their members. Toxic screens and smokes blocking all the vision right now, so it's going to be the snap judgment that comes out, and Dubstep gets the first one onto FRZ.
Clean opening for Dubstep, and that seems to be his aim, man. He loves taking those duels. We've seen it time and time again. He's rewarded again with an equalizer. Things have slowed down. Jesse Vash, interesting angle, this ADS Bulldog. We'll see if it pays off for him.
Thunder's Fury up the gut after getting one of those tags. They're going to see if they can make anything work. So they know screens is clear, enough pressure to push in and get the spike planted. Dispenser drops, and he gets taken down immediately. GTN felt like somebody was in his personal bubble.
Does get punished for making a really bold push. Borkum, he's still got his Q smoke. That should come in handy with this spike diffuse. No flankers. It's all down to 3.
Oh. We're getting setting up the chance to defuse. You don't know what angle he's diffusing at or trying to fake it. Not enough gas though. It's recharging back up. They're not gonna have it. No, Sutekas comes up big as they are able to spam through the smoke. That could have been such a different round if Borkum actually had full gas. It's 15 seconds once you have it up, but it kept depleting and they kept trying to put it up. It was such a good idea.
Yeah.
Vikings read it.
Oh man, and it's just so back and forth in this A site, Riv. I mean, I like the bold play. I like the fact that Team Secret keep wanting to take that left side site angle right off the Raptor. As the Team Secret are coming into the site, that's when they're hitting it, or rather Vikings, but it's just one after the other. Dispenser gets taken out again as well, and that just makes the A site fall. Vikings, Sutekas again to convert another one for them in the post.
So awesome between the players right now. Everybody's kind of having little standout moments from map to map. Dispenser on these lurk finds. I mean, last map it was Sadak, but it's him and Sutekas now. If they can lurk harder here at the beginning of round 5, that bonus was not grabbed by Vikings after all.
Oh, this is so tense. Just right on the other side of things. Wits finds a timing, but just that classic. It's not his friend in that moment. Dubstep does respond with the knives, though. Does he give the gun over to his friend, Riv?
That's a great question. It's like, I have these, you take it.
Oh, Dispenser?
Down B.
Constantly 1, 2 frags coming out. Saucy's able to find him with the shock bolt, or the shock dart rather. And now, did they push out? They know they have the spike down, really. So actually, Jesse's still gaining ground to make sure that they have a better angle on it. Just
so good. You're right, Riv. I mean, this just creates a brand new crossfire for these two noise cues. Dubstep has a good idea, and Jesse Vash, look at the aim. He doesn't have to worry about his back at all. He finds the first contact, and good ping-ponging from Team Secret. What a reaction coming out from these guys to just answer right back.
Weighing the odds in these positional situations. You know, you could get 2v1 when you cross over, but then we could have a great crossfire if you melee. Team Secret is not afraid to put themselves in that better position, even if it is a cost of danger.
Classics, Riv. It all started with a couple of classics.
Yep.
Dispenser just talking back yellow. Finding those two with the Sheriff was just everything for this squad. Scrappy buy, and they're rewarded for it. My goodness, Vikings, that's gonna sting. Look at their guns, look at their money, Riv.
And it's interesting because I was like, yeah, and Vikings didn't win their bonus, which then actually turned into an eco win a few rounds later, as we just saw. So it seems like Vikings is putting a little too much confidence in their rounds with, oh, those are classics. We can go in, we can be a little more lax with our positioning. You cannot. Team Secret will always be hiding in the cut, and Dispenser has been the one to really turn these games around.
Yeah, that pesky position, man. And it seems like Team Secret, even thinking back on Haven, this re-aggression, the mid-round re-aggression, once you lose a part of the map, once your teammate falls, you just kind of cut noise a little bit, find a timing for yourself, and re-aggress right back into that position. And we've seen them do it time and time again, and it's working out beautifully for this squad.
See Secret discussing now. We have a bit of a timeout to figure out what's happening back and forth on this map. We are getting a bit of a diversification of sites there, as we saw the B hit coming in. Thinking, I mean, it makes sense. If you're going to be against an eco team, Vikings should be going for the longer range site where you're going to find the longer angles your guns will be best at. But Dispenser will find a way into your team like he's playing on it. Round 6. Mid control. See if the orb goes out.
Looks like it's just a scrappy. They're just going for it, Riv. I mean, they're just running it down. GTN leading the charge.
Oh, wow. FRZ up close. Borkum throwing down the ult, quickly sidesteps to not get taken down from the central point of it. Spam's coming through.
And Dubstep is doing a pretty decent job. Nice reactions to hold down that B main, but he gets taken out by GTN.
A lot of ults up right now. Sutekas playing the timing once again. If that's a Vandal grab, that is a reset a bit here. 3v2 as the ultimate now goes down, and they're going to be able to encroach onto site here. Wall was already used for mid by Sadak, so they're not going to have that protection for plant.
Yeah, Dispenser. He's going to come right back, rinse and repeat, back to yellow.
Word.
He was good for 2 last time.
He has their backs.
Yeah, this, oh my goodness. Oh,
1 for
Stinger!
1. Wits now on the other side, the 2v2. Ultimate's up there. Sadak does not have heal to deliver to anybody or himself just yet. And no sonar is up. They're going to have to walk straight into this one and hope they have the upper hand on the near-sided gas. Sutekas just gets around the corner. He's going to see one. Wits does grab Sadak. The defuse starts, but Sutekas has an idea of where to find a 1v1 after this plant, and it's behind yellow from Wits.
Yeah, this reaction, this is the only place he can go. He should be able to get the spike down, though, and depending on this timing, maybe, but
Oh, my word.
Just too strong. Wits with the slow flank.
Give me that. Give me my ultimate.
I want my Hunter's Fury, man. Get off that.
And they will capitalize on it. Slow pressure to bring it back into the site. And we see the round again from Secret starting to bring more back in their favor. The attacking side for Vikings is their strong. The defensive side for Secret is their side. So I think we could see this going for punch here.
Yeah, these eco rounds, Riv, these thrifties, they're just coming down to the wire every time, and that run and gun on the Stinger apparently is just stronger than a Vandal, Riv.
Stinger's back, baby.
Yeah, you know?
Stinger's back.
Apparently.
Just don't buy it if you're on my team in my game. I'm just kidding. Round 7. No, oh, that's up. Dubstep does grab one. That's going to be held at A as all the gas walls go up towards that B side. Spike drop for Vikings here.
Yeah, Sadak, he's going to be pretty patient towards A, so most of the action towards B. That's a good tag. Ho, ho, ho.
Revealing Eddie.
You saw the dance moves coming out from Sutekas. He definitely had to put his Nikes on for that one.
Low armor for Saucy. Sutekas on 100 health only, so it's going to hurt if he gets tagged here. They start to move into mid. You can see Sadak's heal is down as that tag comes into play for starting off Vikings with having to use a bit of util.
I like how Vikings are popping some shots off in mid there. That's going to maybe make it seem like Vikings are afraid to move forward, but Sutekas, you can see he's in that forward position. He's going to wait for some contact to go down towards A and try to find a timing to flank towards screen or get some kitchen control. But either way, the time, it's ticking away, Riv.
They all drop at the same time. I wonder if they're playing an audio trick there, but they were up top. I like the idea to not check belt, thinking, yeah, Dubstep could have an op here, and they drop it immediately. Huge frag from FRZ as Jesse Bash answers just before. Dispenser with a little retribution for his teammate. And now it's the Maze. Who can come out on top of this one? Dispenser, 6 HP as he reloads the Vandal. Sadak, as well as Saucy in a very good spot here for the end of it. Up to Borkum as he rotates over from the site by himself in the 2v1.
Oh, the bullets are just not on Borkum's side right now. He has no idea the Sova scaling on the left, but the readjustment, Saucy's so low!
No
Borkum,
way!
another clutch! 1 versus 2. Dispenser was everything in this round, and Borkum comes in and says, hey man, I got you. You did so much work, and he converts. Another clutch for the Team Secret side. What a round, Riv.
Both people at nests. Potter, what? I just feel like you're asking for your head to be seen for the first shots to come from whoever's down low.
Yeah, and look at this kill from Jesse Vash. That one right there onto Sutekas. We mentioned that in that mid-round, that was the opening that he would be looking for. Vikings, all things considered, this was a fantastic round for them. They made it into the A site, did exactly what they wanted to do, but Team Secret, they've got some wings on their side, something. These guys are looking fantastic.
But look how much fun they're having,
Yeah.
too. It's such a close game, and they are just vibing out. We feel in the plays, the confidence in their peaks. The operator now moves to B for Team Secret.
Couple of Spectres out to play here for Vikings. They're broke. This is certainly a scrappy
great
buy.
call.
But you know, Riv, these scrappy rounds have been pretty much almost the closest we've seen. So Vikings, they're going to feel pretty comfortable with... He's not. He's going to go and back out.
You're right, Christine. At least these half-buys are a little more rabid than we're seeing the full gun rounds. Just clawing their eyes out. Oh, the Viper's Bite is what comes up with the frag. Asada gets taken down from the orb before he takes the full amount of damage.
Dispenser, he's flanking again. The pinch is coming through. The spike, it should go down, but Witz, oh, he doesn't get away. That's a trade.
No touch. Player standing.
Oh, I was thinking this is where the Spectres could do damage if they can keep the close angles, but it is not the case. Another round for Team Secret as they come in strong with the Vandals, with the rifles, and just clean up Vikings. Spike was planted, so a bit of money across the board for Vikings, but those are the things they have to get now because the frags aren't coming through and the ults aren't coming up, so the rounds are becoming even harder for Vikings.
Yeah, and you know, I have to give kudos to Dispenser. Sure, he's the top fragger, so it's easy to, but it's not just the kills that I'm looking at, it's his mobility. We've seen him now at B main at yellow, we've seen him at A defending, we've seen him retaking, we've seen him flanking. He's everywhere, Riv. He's everywhere across the map, and Vikings are not keeping track of him. He's not even having to use his wall to hold off the mid area. He's holding on to it for the retake. It seems like Team Secret, they're able to get away with everything right now.
Dispenser as well, KJ, Cypher, Killjoy, we see him be able to be confident in all of these agents. So what a powerhouse player, especially stepping up here in a very much needed elimination matchup, and this could be one that Vikings is staring dead in the face if they cannot pick up Icebox here. Ascent is our next map, and it is going to be a tough one here just for the rest of Icebox. Remember, they did have a fantastic game against Gambit, but it does not seem like they're able to find any of what put them on that track.
Yeah, definitely gotta have a hero performance. You can see the coach just reiterating that sort of game plan.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's saying. I wish I could hear that, actually. That would be really cool. But yeah, I mean, at this point, these guys are just going over exactly either. I don't think they're going to be focusing on what's been going wrong so much, but kind of reiterating what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Sticking to their own game plan, playing their own game. That's definitely the kind of mentality that these teams and players come in with.
Track them down.
Get a little bit of yourself in order, and then find the precedent your opponent is setting. Right now, that's a big operator, and aggressive is the idea here from Team Secret. What a forward momentum position there we're going to see from Dubstep. He gets shot down right away, so Vikings knows, all right, maybe they start pushing us more. Let's play off this. Dispenser says it doesn't matter. First shot onto GTN, and the Jets out of the picture.
Yeah, GTN, he did a good job of just applying and all that pressure. You saw how many members of Team Secret were in mid, but the problem is none of the other members of Vikings got any ground off of it. They don't have any A main control. They're just now getting that B main control. Yep. So that should allow them to have some sort of mid rounding here.
Still have the sonar bolt up. We can see Vikings, each corner, each turn of the map, you know, wall went up, they used the drone, tried to get a frag through it, but Secret doesn't give anything there. So Vikings now need to find another way into the site. Their wall can still be up. They do have the Sage wall from Sadak this time, which is different than last, so maybe the bolster of defense is better.
Look at Team Secret, they're biting. Okay.
30 seconds.
Dubstep, he's going back towards B. They bit initially a little bit, but they're coming back to reinforce this B bomb site.
Slowly walking in.
Dispenser.
Every time the lurk he can read is absolutely ridiculous. The timing, everything from Dispenser starts to round off in favor of Team Secret as the spike is down, and now it's a 3v5 on the retake. The utility's there that was required for Vikings to set this up and make it a possibility.
And time, it's ticking away. Not too much utility on the Viking side. The tap does come through, but only 3 members. Saucy, shock darts are going out.
The peek with the Emperor, the dismiss. You have to be kidding. How cheeky to get in there, making the shot through the Viper's toxic wall work too. Just so many things that Team Secret is using right in these little moments that makes it impossible for Vikings.
They're feeling good, Riv. They're feeling real good. That was a beautiful retake, and they were pretty low for Viking side of things. If we want to look at at the bigger picture, but man, these guys, they've got to be feeling good, especially Dispenser. Just can do no wrong. Finding all the kills on the extremities.
Bumps all around. Look at that, delivering. I got to do 4 from this side because everybody's smiling. No one's left out here. And honestly, Team Secret is playing that strategy over and over again, behind each other, moving forward and seamlessly communicating throughout these rounds. So now take a 3-round lead, not facing too many ults just yet. Sadok off 1 for the res.
Man, Vikings, they're going to go back to what worked before. Their comfort site at A. All 5 members are here. And again, Wits, this is his aim. He loves this fight, but he gets taken out. That's a frenzy on FRZ's back.
A little bit of a switch up from Vikings. They don't put anybody up top this time, and it's exactly what Wits was looking for. Borkum takes down FRZ. How quickly it's just left to Sutekas and Sadok somehow. Obviously, they're on the save, but Secret always finding these frags and still having so many alive without losing too much.
Yeah. Oh, the movement from Borkum. He's so rewarded for Sadok, but he gets traded out. It's just down to Sutekas, and he gets traded out as well. Whew. Team Secret, Riv, they're having fun. They're jumping around the map, man. When you see them starting to have those KZ moments in the server, just hopping around on the rope, hopping around, those are feel-good signs there.
Yeah, they really are. Get into that last moment, stop jumping, get a quick headshot, and back off so your teammate can then do the same. They're on the same page, that's for sure, and that is to take a 2-0 win over Vikings in this scenario. It would be absolutely incredible. As they said themselves, we feel like the underdogs, there's no pressure on us. We said, you're not so much the underdogs anymore, but we can see how confident they're playing, like there is no pressure on their shoulders.
Yeah, and Sadok, he's got a Sage res here. I think GTN, he's going to go extra aggressive here. He's going to try to find some sort of duel for himself on his side of the map so that he can get res, perhaps. And look at Dispenser. Okay, it's Wits this time. Oh, the pinch, Jesse Vash.
Quick frags back and forth. A trade we always expect, but there's the res. This was used last round for Secret. So now VKS gets to bolster their crew a little bit more into that site. Everybody's just going to be sitting in the Viper's pit for now as they know Dubstep is behind. This sorts out the squad of Vikings a little bit. And Dispenser again from a spot of being a rat is able to get a few frags from the top side of the site with the rest of Team Secret doing the flanking.
Wits doing a damn good job. But the response for Vikings, FRZ finds one.
They cleaned up the flank. This makes it much more of a possibility here. Dubstep super low. The heal's not there for Dispenser to give him. And now Vikings look to stop the bleeding, and they do right away with a kill onto Dubstep and Dispenser. You can hear the cheers they come out with. It never was a map that was completely going in Secret's favor unless they capitalized on the rest of those rounds. We see a 7-5, and it's anybody's.
Yeah, oh my goodness, the superstar moments. These are the moments these guys need to step up, and GTN, FRZ absolutely have. That was a 4 versus 2. Not only was it a 4 versus 2, they were getting pinched from all angles. 2 members flanking. This Team Secret had 4-10 control as well.
Yeah.
But somehow, man, Vikings, they come out on top of those frags.
The one place Vikings has learned they're being punished. Oh, the wall forward. We saw this from Fnatic as well. That one place that Vikings realized they were being punished was the flank. They right that wrong, but now is it going to happen again? Do a great job at opening up the first few frags on that round. Guns for both squads. And the Blade Storm is dropped immediately, but GTN had already dropped a weapon for this round.
Sutekas has found an incredible timing here in Kitchen. He does just barely miss. Oh, I think Borkum saw his little head. Oh my goodness, he did see his little head. Sadok just barely catches the shoulder of the Sage on the other side. This is still decent map control for Saucy, but he's got the spike and he's all alone, Riv.
Oh, this is gonna get tough here.
Ay, ay, ay.
Almost a shot just too late as
Beat.
Dispenser goes for the full walking swing to check what's going on in tube. Right in the face, Borkum says, I feel like I know what you're gonna do. Takes out Sadok before he even has a chance to see that Borkum was there really, and now up to FRZ. So quickly it comes down to one member on the squad of Vikings as Team Secret continue to push, continue to read, and just thwart any advantage that Vikings could have.
FRZ, he's pretty healthy, but he's got to have some incredible shots in 10 seconds out of anything.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, this is done.
Oof. A nice shot to the air. He says, pull, one jump coming in from Dubstep, but an 8-4
Switching
first
sides.
half. Team Secret looking pretty dominant there, but Vikings again grab a few rounds. Is a few too little.
We'll see. We'll see. It was a beautiful first half for Team Secret. I wouldn't say it's a little dominant, Riv. I would say that was extra dominant.
Extra dominant from Team Secret. It looks like the desk has a little bit to talk about here. Let's see what they have to say.
Thank you very much, guys. It was very dominant indeed for Team Secret, but it felt like it could have been a little bit worse if Vikings weren't able to scavenge some of the round that they did end up getting. Kilios, you spoke about how important it was going to be to come out and have a strong start. Secret, they did just that.
Yeah, they absolutely did. I mean, Vikings looking like maybe they were going to be able to make this a little bit of a closer first half. Couldn't quite get to that 7-5. They managed to avoid the 9-3 at least. But yeah, this is just, again, a strong start from Secret. Dubstep is continuing to perform incredibly well, but then Dispenser is really the shining star, I feel like, right now in the first half of this map.
I feel like I'm like at a vending machine and it's just Dispenser just going headshot, headshot, headshot. He's just dispensing out of the bottom of the vending machine. I know you're hating this so much, but there's many times
I love it. I
can get out so that
Yeah.
I can annoy Achilles as much as possible whilst I have him here. But it's incredible because it was almost like he was ramping up in map number 1. We spoke about him a bit, but for the most part, the spotlight was on Dubstep, and now it looks like Dispenser's like, all right, now it's my time. Step away. I get to go to the forefront, and here I am.
I mean, at what point, Jess, do we start to feel a bit concerned? for
I
the
felt
side of
concerned
Vikings?
last map, Yinsu.
Yeah?
And now I'm into
concerned are you
this
now?
map.
12
I'm
rounds ago, I started feeling a bit concerned.
Yeah, I only knew that one word in Filipino, and that was sorry, and I can only just keep saying sorry over and over and over again to the fans that I had underestimated a roster who was ready to rival today.
Yeah, this is just really rough. I mean, no one in particular is really stepping up. I mean, Saucy, he does look a bit more comfortable now that he shifted over to the
Sure.
Sova. He's had some nice plays. He's gotten some good kills, but it's just very disjointed when you look at this absolute unit of a squad that Team Secret is, the way that they're functioning together. The wheels are coming off right now, it seems, for Vikings.
The wheels are coming off, but I don't feel they're driving the same car they were driving the other day.
Yeah.
And I hate that because this is the elimination match, and Vikings is a good team. The reason both you and I sat here and we put our predictions on them is because we seriously thought that this roster was an incredible roster.
Yeah.
What they had done the other day proved that. Maybe a little bit of a different team today and a different mindset, and that's what's going to disrupt them now. If they can't, reset, it's done.
Yeah, they need to reset. They don't have many chances left. And now, if they want to stay alive in this tournament, let's jump back into the second half with Riv and Potter.
Great point, Desk. I can see why Vikings would be confused if the wheels fell off, because they do not know what wheels are. Vikings never used wheels. I'm sorry, I had to. Looking at Team Vikings, however, here, they do need to put the pressure on. This is something they cannot afford to lose in the second half pistol round. They go with a Sheriff on GTN as well, so protect him and make sure he can be alive for the post plant, if there is one.
Protect him indeed. Interesting recon dart. Vikings reacted immediately, though.
Sadok's here to heal him up as soon as he takes a tag. The medic is there.
Medic!
Yeah, takes the peek.
Oh,
Yeah, they get out safe.
that damage. That was just a fadeaway from GTN. Borkum, he's going to get topped off, but man, what a message.
Little plink. He feels it. They start to back off. They're like, okay, there's a Sheriff over here. Quick dash forward, Dubstep. Never stopping, but FRZ will shut him down in his tracks. Sutekas comes up onto Wits as well, and that's the two duelists down for a retake here, if it can be big. Vikings, oh my word, cheers indeed. And another one, no. Almost coming up huge for FRZ there.
FRZ coming up right when the Vikings need him, and that's
boom.
a cleanup for Jesse Vash. She gets deleted as well, and it all started with FRZ rather, his positioning, right? I mean, you saw
Yeah.
Dubstep kind of looking down like, what the hell are you doing there, man? That's my side of the map. He had no idea that FRZ would be that forward, but that's what's so fantastic of having a Reyna and a Jet at this A defense, right? You can allow them to be alone. They've got that dismiss, they've got that dash away. So having those sort of defenses in those forward positions allows those rotations to come earlier than later, especially considering how large this map is. So a strong start for Vikings, and it's exactly what they needed.
Oh, where's the heal coming through on that one? Dubstep goes down immediately. Hey, you can start shutting down Dubstep every round. I'd say that's a great way to start it off, playing into their favor once again. Vikings now have a bit of control. It looks like they'll give Secret a little bit more space just so they can make this Marshall work from across the map.
Yeah, and that drone definitely saw all 4 members all just congregated in here. You see the rotations are coming through, and even FRZ will have that eventual late flank. Spike should go down. Oh no, he gets taken out.
B.
Sheriff still on Borkum, still on Wits. Maybe some big shots from them as Vikings just continues to shut down this attack here from Team Secret.
He got it down, Riv. He got it down, thankfully. And Wits is gonna find a kill. He might get another. Oh, this is expensive for Vikings.
Oh, FRZ from the side, I was like, you did not just get hit through yellow. As he crouched, it looked like he was taking a shot. They give this over to FRZ. Empress will be up, moving into this 3rd round of the 2nd half. And a bit of a sheriff buy there from Secret as they said, you know what? We think we can get through with a half buy-in here on our eco. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Team Secret here, you are more than happy with how that round went down, especially considering coming into this next round, they're just going to have straight up the better buy, no matter how you put it.
Yeah. So take us on your screen there. They're feeling good. Vikings maybe just switching it up.
Yeah, look at this, Riv. They have to save even though they won the round. So unfortunate for Vikings. Team Secret's going to come out with the obvious better weaponry. Look at GTN, he's so aggressive.
That spike call you said getting down to
putting
money in the hands of Team Secret. Is it going to count a little bit more though? Oh, GTN almost shuts that down. They're all just pushing forward. Viking says, let's figure out how much info we can get out of this round, and they just find the barrel of Team Secret at every turn once they make it out of the toxic stream.
Sutekos is going to say, okay, fine, I'll take the orb at least, okay? Let me have this one at least. Sazi's going to do a little bit of damage, but he gets taken out as well. Borkum says, thank you very much, I'll take the free kill. And that's a round on the board and a clean one, considering how dangerous that looked. GTN, I love that sort of aggression. And again, these Vikings guys, I mean, that's how they're going to have to get back into this one, right? I mean, just throw your head, shoot your shot, see what happens.
Absolutely.
And GTN was almost rewarded for it.
And I love the fact that you brought up that TS Secret did so much damage with those sheriffs, right? Making Vikings have to buy quite a bit that round. It looked weird. 4 seconds here before we jump into round 16. Does Secret grab enough of the momentum to keep this going? Weapons now in the hands of Vikings. You'll feel that. Good thing you could pick it up as of quite a bit ago.
Yeah, Borkum will be thanking Riot for that one. It's like, wait, who's he gonna thank? Okay. Things have slowed down in this round, Riv. Things have slowed down a lot. As Team Secret, I think it probably is just a read. I mean, Vikings have been pretty aggressive thus far in this half, and Team Secret are just waiting and biding their time to punish any sort of shenanigans in case Vikings try to re-aggress here.
Yeah, if that's a precedent they're going to set, that Vikings pushes out all the time, Secret will sit back, set up a bonfire, and hang out and spawn where they buy guns for a little. Nice drone forward, but actually the timing on this could hurt them.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of info that Sase thinks he just grabbed.
Yeah, I mean, okay. The defenders, nobody's budging though.
Right, nobody
so that's
had
good.
moved.
That's definitely good. FRZ's popped his ultimate. Oh, this FRZ's gonna either have a clip. He's gonna have to come up huge here.
Nobody's peeked his
The
side
dart!
yet.
No!
Almost enough. Nobody peeked the side. All of Secret staying together in a right side 3-man rush. They're going to get the spike down now. Sutekos doesn't find anything from Jenny right away, and now they're going to be worried. Borkum picks up the first one. It's a 5v3.
Team Secret, their post is going to be so strong here. Saucy, he's going to have to come up huge. Heroic plays are needed from Vikings here. 3 versus 5 in the post. Wits, he finds GTN.
Oh my god, the patience of this round just
Player
gave
standing.
Vikings so much false information. They felt secure at A, they rotate, and then Secret takes the site. Is it enough as Saucy does what he can to add more damage at 3 HP? He needs to leave, trying to prevent anybody else from getting out of the site. Oh, Dubstep gets on top. Oh no, he's actually on the back. Sorry, I was looking at Boiler. That's just Jesse Vash, but Dubstep rotating around the back of A. They will not allow Vikings any guns.
Beautiful stuff. I love that relentless chase there at the end. Just sending a message, not letting anyone survive. No guns are going to go into the next round for Vikings. And FRZ certainly had a moment where he might have been able to come up huge, but that drone tag, man. Team Secret, they've got everything covered.
Pushing forward. Actually, just with the Lear there, they all throw themselves out into the open. Very Team Secret-like to be backing each other up with a family photo down that B-long. And they move forward together. Dispenser from this position changed an entire round himself. Can FRZ do the same? It is the bait.
Oh, FRZ,
What?
he's good for one, but
He doesn't know.
ah.
That's how fast Secret is moving, too.
planted.
Oh, it's just surround the members of Vikings when they think they've only been in the 1v1 for a moment. There's the res coming up onto Jesse Vash, making it that much more of an advantage here to bring the 11th round in favor of Team Secret.
Interesting res. Better safe than sorry for sure for Team Secret, but either way, Vikings, they'll be happy to even get a kill here. They have committed with the purchase in this round as well, Riv. They really want to get away with more than just saving. Oh, man. They know, they know!
Oh, almost seeing that do a double headshot there. Make you need to catch your breath for a moment. 11-6, one off of that game point. Very reminiscent of our first half. You would love to see Vikings put up the fight here. It does not seem like the team we have seen throughout the past few days.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, right? Because you can see that the ideas are clearly there, right? The clever plays coming out, Saucy just dedicated to the cause. You saw that he was at yellow and he died for his homie in FRZ. He wanted to set up
It was
FRZ,
so
tee
good.
him up for some sort of multi-kill, some sort of heroic moment, but unfortunately, they just... Team Secret, they're just too damn good right now, Riv. They're immediately responding, and not only that, they're grouped up perfectly. The spacing is good, and sure, sometimes Reyna's, they can have a party for themselves, you know, in
Yeah.
those moments, but if your opponent is that tight-knit and they've got a pack leader mentality and they're just quick to the trigger and they've got that trade immediately, things just get so much more challenging.
It does. And with the Lear there playing it, or I'm sorry, yeah, the Smiths there he could have used rather. Just did not come to fruition as Secret encroached onto the site so quickly. Right before we went to this timeout, Potter, I did see GTN finally grab that operator.
Okay.
Maybe it's the saving grace.
Yeah.
It's been slowing down here for the side of Secret, and if people are coming around the corner slow, pop them with an op if you're holding that angle. Move around, be omnipresent. It's something that Vikings forewent in the first half. They said just Vandals, just Phantoms, but this time they're going to rely on it.
Yeah, it's gonna have to come up huge. Look at these line of sights for these Vikings guys. Do you think they want to take a fight here, Riv? They certainly do. All three members taking a look at that belt. They do not want to allow
Say
Team Secret to have
cheese.
that control. And look, all members of Team Secret are here as well.
Ooh, there's one trade. All right, operators found out. Now they know. He lives throughout this, right? He lives throughout this, right? That's one! Okay, the op stays alive, but FRZ goes down. Team Secret has a bit of an advantage here coming back through. Beautiful double tag, possibly a third, but he's going to be splitting the uprights on that one and misses another. Oh my word. Tags of damage on both sides. Operator set back up for GTN just on the top side of the rafter. They know where the op is now. The ultimate comes down. Borkum literally throws himself in there just to ult and help out what Sadak had to do, or sorry, what Dispenser is doing.
Yeah, right in the nick of time too, because now Dispenser at least has some cover for himself to survive after he gets the
double
spike
ult.
down. That's a huge pickup for GTN. Only 3 members alive in this post.
Things are getting toxic in A. Double ultimates coming up. Sadak with a huge frag there. Borkum on 1 HP as he's just been drained down. Trying to get the running shots in. I don't think it's going to be enough. Defuse starts to come down. Sutekas! Oh my word, they come in! You have to be kidding me. Going up to half. Defuse is in. That's going to be what they needed. So touch and go for a moment like that when it seems like they should just be able to lock it down.
Dispenser was just staring into the wall and just hoping and praying, staying clenched and saying, if I can't see them, they can't see me, and just biding his time. And at least he gets away with one, at least, right? And don't get me wrong, this was a challenging post plan. I believe it was a 2 versus 4.
Yeah.
So either way, Dispenser is happy with that one. And Vikings, hey, it's got to start somewhere, Riv, and they're able to make this retake work.
And the operator came up big. A few shots were able to cancel out what Team Secret was doing. GTN keeps with that. The Blade Storm is there. Even better now if he gets put in a tight spot and he has to just get himself out with knives.
Dubstep feeling confident. This is one of the things that Team Secret, they've been having a grand old time in this B main. It seems like they've been getting the control that they want. Not a lot of contestation from Vikings.
They dodge the operator to start. Going to be in Team Secret's favor. They have a lot of utility there to deal with, however, from Sutekas, so they're not going to be encroaching just yet. Movement from Dispenser, and the plant goes down.
Borkum. He's kind of stuck in no man's land. He's got to be wary about FRZ pushing through A main, but Dubstep finds an opening. And another one.
When the op comes out to play, it does indeed. That was the last round for Vikings, but Dubstep says no, like this. Just like this. He takes down 3 right away to start off that B site, looking to put this game on the edge. Wits with another frag onto Sutekas, and now FRZ left alone. It just seems like they're losing so many members before they're able to really put anything into formation to retake the site, to execute on a plan that they want. Team Secret continues to dissect Vikings.
Beautiful hit, beautiful hit. Everyone just so healthy as well at the end of this round. FRZ, he's late to the party, but as it should be, right? He started off in A site. He had to clear all of A and outside A main to be able to get this retake going, and by the time he makes it towards mid, his entire team has already been wiped out, so feels bad for FRZ certainly. And Team Secret, they're just dominating. They have all of B main control round after round for free.
Dubstep, what a series so far, showing up left and right. Smiles still on the face of this Team Secret squad, and again, playing like there is no pressure on their shoulders whatsoever. So fluid in what they're doing. Sight hits aren't even second guessed. They continue to go, and it looks like it's going to be on A this time. 3 members of Vikings are ready for this.
Dispenser being so aggressive. He's going to go ahead and get the orb for himself. All 5 members of Team Secret are here at A, and pretty soon, actually, all 5 members of Vikings are going to be here as well. Still 1 minute and 15 left, though.
What a good spot for Secret to be in, as they can just play time versus Vikings. How are you going to play against this pressure? A few rounds to deal with, being 12-7. There's not too many there. But you definitely don't have to give the full respect to the team you're playing against when you can kind of just start seeing what they're doing, how they're playing. It's like Team Secret has the read the whole time. And this time, Vikings might have it. It's just Sadak over at B.
Yeah. No, Vikings, they definitely have a pretty good idea that the hit is going to be at A. Team Secret, they're just going to bide their time. Okay, it looks like Dispenser and Wits, they're sticking to the left side. The timing for GTN, he gets damaged out.
30 seconds left.
What a peek, what a little dart trick there to get the eyes off of the angle. FRZ on Dispenser.
Oh my.
Another dismiss peek coming in. This time it doesn't bring as much, and that's going to be FRZ going down. Wits picks up 2 there as he gets himself back into a safe position. He went all the way around the backside of the site and now to the front. They didn't expect him at
10
maze.
seconds left.
Sadak, this timing is going to be everything. Dubstep just barely sees his little show.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, and the dagger is just wiping him out. You can hear it from him. Team Secret, what it means to these guys.
You may have questioned what this team could do internationally since we missed them at Masters 3, but there's no question now. Team Secret eliminate Vikings and put themselves into the quarterfinals.
FRZ, man, what an absolute beast coming out. Ah, unfortunate for him and his squad, but Team Secret, man, they just, it seems like they just could do no wrong in this series, Riv. Looking back at map 1, Dispenser just being everywhere at the same time in map 2. Just all the right moves, all the right reads, and stopping the aggression coming out of Vikings anytime they tried to make a move was key for Team Secret.
When you play like that, every team's going to have to be looking. They really only made a few mistakes on the side of Team Secret. Very strong on the icebox once again, and they did not let down. Even the few rounds that Vikings were able to grab, you then see Secret string 2 or 3 together. The Team Secret plan is a real thing, and they do not do the same thing every time. They'll condition you to something and then slightly vary it to still make it work.
Yeah, look how calm and cool Jesse Vash is as well in those clutches, man. This guy, he's got ice in his veins. Just even the pistol. We think back of that pistol, Borkum. My goodness,
Yeah.
It's just all of these heroic moments coming out from these individuals right when Team Secret needs them most, and it results in a dominant scoreline for Team Secret. And we haven't seen that much when they're faced up against a team that we might have thought, who's the underdog here? Right, a lot of questions coming into this one, and Team Secret just statement has been made.
They didn't wait to see what kind of games Viking would play. They said, here's ours. How are you going to react? And I think a huge narrative to this game and how it went down, Potter, from what we saw was Dispenser on the lurk. It was Dispenser versus Sadak in the first game on Haven. Dispenser always coming out on top. Dispenser versus Sutekas on Icebox. And somehow Dispenser continues to find the flame.
Yes, and that is really, really challenging to do. What are you, when you're the healer, generally you're always getting yelled at, don't die, you gotta heal me. We gotta use your wall for late game, right? So to be able to find that balance, to be able to ride that line between staying alive for your team and being a hero and making huge plays. Dispenser, he played that well.
They got Wits up there. Is that who that is? I can't currently tell. Oh my word, they had such a good one. Yeah, it's Wits. Picking him up, bringing out the Reyna, having a good one. I mean, I say Dispenser, you could then go around to dubstep. Everybody was, I think, dancing in their seat, watching the off plays, the regular plays, the forward motions from him. It just seemed like they all gelled. That's when you can't really say, oh my God, they're doing this. They're just fragging well. They're vibing as a team, and that's some awesome stuff to see this late in the tournament.
Yeah, and how many times did we see the camera go on their point of view? They're just smiling, having a good time, right? The hype is real. Each teammate hyping each other up. That's what it means, man. And it was beautiful to watch for Team Secret here.
Absolutely, and we're going to watch a little bit of it again as you're about to see the Prime Gaming post-match highlights. Don't go anywhere.
A precious quarterfinal spot is on the line here, but also national pride. These teams are not just representing themselves, but also representing their country.
Nice one, boys.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining. One enemy. One enemy remaining.
Nice, Zoo. Let's go. Nice one, Jim.
Red Bull gives you wings. Red Bull gives you wings.
What a performance from Team Secret. They are your quarter-final playing the list now. You guys, they might be the underdogs right now, but I feel like they've got a very, very good chance going to the quarterfinal. That was a statement win. They ran over Vikings.
I mean, my God, I don't think there's any more statement than going against both of the analysts' prediction, the favorites in the bookies as well, and then turning out with that scoreline in that round differential. Yeah, they're here to stay.
Yeah, just utterly strong. 13-6, 13-7, back-to-back. I mean, we were having a hard time trying to break it down, figure out who would have the upper hand coming into this. We thought it was going to be fairly coin flippy, very close, but Team Secret, they rewrote the script. They said, hell no, we're going to take it convincingly.
Oh yeah, I thought in the beginning that we were going to see Ascend at some point, but we're not going to see Ascend today. And that man on your screen, Borkum, so many clutches from this guy. He was coming up huge, Jess.
I mean, it was unbelievable the things he was able to pull out, and he's one of the most reliable members of the team, especially mid to late round. That's where you'll see a lot of his impact. Of course, playing those particular ages, you're not expecting him to be doing things in the early round. I hope not. Otherwise, you might be playing your role a little bit incorrectly, but he's definitely stepped up today. And not to say that the rest of the players didn't step up as well. It was just a group effort.
Yeah, it was, I mean, very well shared effort there from the side of Team Secret. Pretty much everybody getting in the action. And again, just Jesse Vash there to hold everything together to continue to be the glue for this squad round over round. It was just great to see. Dispenser in particular was absolutely on point.
Yeah, the consistency, right, Kilios, from him.
Yeah.
Showing up on map 1 and map 2, he's like, you know what, I'll have some of that as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always love a good battle stage. He certainly delivered on it. I mean, on the other side for Vikings, it was just rough across the board. You know, just seemed like they couldn't really get their heads in the right mindset, couldn't get the ball rolling, and Team Secret just ran away with it.
Really
Sorry,
not much to say. Honestly, I am speechless by this performance because, I mean, the Filipino boys, we know that they're very, very skilled and they're very experienced and they're quite a lot older, and as a result, they've got many years behind them to keep level-headed the way they did, even in round losses. I mean, that was huge. And I know I only learnt one Filipino word thus far. It was Padawan, but my friend Murray Poggy taught me another word, and he said, you should learn this word instead, and it's Malukus, which means strong. And that's exactly what Team Secret was today. So thank you for teaching me some Filipino. It's been a pleasure.
Very well put. You know, back when Paper X were at Masters 3, everyone said that this team looks like an EMEA team. They play like an EMEA team. And I feel a really, really similar, familiar vibe with Team Secret as well. That's an EMEA team on stage. I'm claiming them. We're claiming them.
It's a lot of great measured aggression, which is something that you do see from a lot of EMEA teams. So, they do share similarities there. But, I mean, what a moment for the squad, for that region to be able to push through and make it. I mean, 4 regions now gone. SEA is still holding strong. You've got Thailand out, Korea's out, Brazil out, and then Japan. And here we are, SEA dominance.
We have one more Thai team. They're going to be in action a little bit later. So
this is true.
We can't count them out just yet. But I do want to. I do want to cast your mind back to round 7 of Icebox for this Verizon.
That's my lucky number.
Moment. Yeah, Jess, it's your lucky number. Talk us through what you're seeing on your screen here.
I mean, I was talking about Borkum in the late round, mid to late round. This is where the man shines. And whilst you see him get an awesome Nest double kill for himself to save it in the post-plan situation, something to give context to Borkum as a player here. Out of all of the player analysis I've done since this group stage began, he has the highest 1v2 capability out of every player. The only player that I have done an analysis on that ranks higher than him, CNED. That's it.
That's a good list to be on.
And number 2 to CNED, he probably will take that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially playing, like Viper and whatnot. Not even playing a duelist.
The 1v2, he actually has a coin flip of 50%, which is a huge rate of winning a 1v2 situation. That's abnormally large. So good on him, Borkum. Everyone knows you're going to be a strong backline, buddy.
I mean, this team, they have everything right now, and the momentum is going to be great for them going into the quarterfinals. Here is Dash, standing by with the man of the hour, Dubstep for the Verizon post-match interview.
Thank you so much, Yinsu, standing by with Dubstep after Team Secret becomes the first SEA team to make top 8 at an international tournament. Of course, it's going to be top of everyone's minds that we missed out on watching you guys perform at Masters 3, but you show up in a big way here today, already making top 8. How are you feeling about the statement you've made on the international stage?
To be honest, I still couldn't believe it, because even you guys can believe it, right? I mean, I'm so speechless right now that I don't know what to say, but I'm really thankful for everyone who believed in us, because there were a lot of people who were hating on us coming to the tournament. They were saying like, you're lucky to even get one score, everyone will 13-0 you. But we came here and showed them, we proved them wrong. And I'm happy that my teammates and me and everyone in Team Secret help us do that.
I mean, you've done more than that at this point. 2 2-0s in a row to push yourself to top 8. I agree with you. I think to a degree it was unexpected that it happened in the way that it did. So talk to me about what you feel has been the key factor to your team's success here at Champions.
I guess you could say it boils down again to the Gambit's game. It was our first stage match, and I have to give props to Gambit because they really taught us a lot in terms of experience. When we were against them in the first match, we learned so much and we got used to playing into the stage. That's why you saw us against Crazy Raccoons, against Vikings. We were not super hyper as we are when we were against Gambit. So we felt like we should just calm down a little and play the game like how it should be.
Well, you looked like a team unleashed today, and I want to talk about you specifically as a player. We love to talk about Jet players at international competition, and there are a lot of phenomenal ones out here, but I'm kind of curious how you feel you stack up, because today you went 45, 26, and 4. That's plus 19 in your KD. First kills to first deaths, 11 to 5. That's plus 6. You were popping off.
I mean, everything in the stats are true, but I still give props to my teammates, especially Witz. He was the one who was stunning the enemies for me, flashing the enemies for me, especially Jesse Flash, the Sova. He was supporting me with everything. Everyone in my team is giving me the support I need to perform in this caliber.
Cool to see how it is a team effort, and even though it might statistically look like a one-man performance, everyone behind you is helping you achieve that score line. Were you a little bit surprised today that Vikings took you to Icebox as their choice, being that that was the map that you took off of Gambit in pretty stellar fashion?
Not really, because I've seen them against Gambit, and I would say that they are also good in Icebox, and it doesn't mean that they lost from the 9-3 curse or whatsoever from Icebox. It doesn't mean that they're bad on the map. So it feels like those things happen in Valorant. Like, it can happen to any team out there. So I feel they're really confident with their Icebox, and we are as well.
Let's talk about your first playoff matchup. It's Ascend. It's tomorrow. So very little time between now and then to prepare. But how are you feeling about it? You're going up against one of the 4 EMEA teams.
On the first interview I got here, I told everyone that CNED was the player I was looking forward to go up
and
against.
Now you get it.
Yeah, he was the inspiration on why I played Jet in the first place. I was Cypher and Killjoy before I got into the competitive Valorant scene. But when I watched him play, I switched to Jet immediately.
Gotta love it.
Because I saw how he plays, and I believe that he is the best Jet player in the world. But I want to prove something against him, and I'll do it in the playoffs.
Sounds like we got our featured matchup for tomorrow, if I do say so myself. Last question for you. Who's this?
It's a secret.
Oh, well, you don't mess with the secrets on Team Secret, so we'll let that remain how it is. Dubstep, congratulations again on the victory today. It's been a pleasure to watch. From here, we're going to a break. When we come back, it's Envy versus X10.